Okay, now I'm going to show you an easy way that you can create videos that are going to look pretty good. And I'm going to just randomly pick a product off of Amazon for this example, and I'm going to make a video start to finish. So you can see everything that I do, and I'm just going to pick this Amazon Echo. I've heard a little bit about it. It's like a voice activated home thing for music and controlling your home, I think. So to create a video ad for this, I'm going to use the method of getting some pictures. Actually, I can't save pictures off of Amazon, so I'm going to have to do a search for some pictures. I'm going to get some images to use for the video for the first step, so I'm just going to do a quick search. Search for Amazon Echo, then search for images. And now I want to go to more options and usage rights. You're always going to have a lot less options when you go with the images that are rights free, but it's better to use images that you are free to use rather than using another person's images when you don't own the rights to them. So sometimes it won't be so easy finding great ones, but for this example, since I'm going fast, I'm just gonna pick the first couple I see. If it's your product, of course, you're gonna have a lot of good images to use in the video for it. If it's an info product, then you can just look for images that are related to that niche, the info product niche. I use Graphic.stock. That's a paid one, but it's excellent. I get all sorts of vectors and actual stock images and templates, AI files as well. Free one is Pixabay. You can use Pixabay to get a lot of images for if you have info products or services, if you're not selling something physical that you can use the product images for. So you can still use this same method even if you're not selling a physical product. Just use your imagination, or when we get to making the video, I'll show you one way that you can do it. So I'm just going to save a couple of these images. Grab this one. Make sure at least the images that you use, make sure that they're clear. Don't use blurry images or images that don't look professional. Now another thing that you can do is when you find an image that you like, that you have the rights to use, you can always edit the picture a bit so it's not the same as the one that you downloaded from the internet. So sometimes I like to grab an image and then change it up so that I have an image that no one else is using on the internet, that people haven't seen before. So I'm just gonna highlight this one right here. And this step is not mandatory. It's not something you have to do. It's just something extra that I like doing if I'm doing a video for a product, like if I'm doing an affiliate video for a product and I just want to create something different or new, then I'll just create a photo editor. I like Photoshop. I'll play around with the filters a bit in the background. I'm not a Photoshop master, that's for sure. I know the basics of Photoshop, but I'm no graphic designer, that's for sure. All right, so I'll go with that one for now. Actually, no, I'm going to add another filter on top that's still too similar to the original image. Try a blur. Now I'm going to crop it. Actually, before I crop it, I'm going to add another filter. All right, I'm going to stick with that one because it looks more like something echoing, like sound waves, more abstract. And now we crop it. And we save it. All right, now let's get into what we're going to make our video with, and we're going to be using VideoMaker FX. It's not a very expensive software, it's pretty cheap, and if you're going to be using or making a lot of videos, I suggest getting the extra templates, and you'll see why. For this video, I'm just going to use some of the basic templates. And to make this video, we're just going to take some of the reviews, the very good reviews that people have left and that top companies have given about the product, and we're going to use those reviews to make the video. We're going to call it a "What are people saying about Amazon Echo?" What are professionals saying about Amazon Echo, or what are people saying about Amazon Echo? So first we're just going to pick our slide, and how VideoMaker FX works is it has all sorts of slides and they have these preset animations, and all you have to do is replace the text and images and colors with your own, and then you render it, and that's it. You don't have to know anything about creating videos. It makes it very, very easy. Since I found this tool, I've used it for making a whole bunch of different videos for all sorts of different products, both physical products, services, digital products. So you can see after I choose the slide, now I have the options for changing the text. So I just click on the different text areas and then change the text to my own. So now we have "What are professionals saying about," change this one. So now we have "What are professionals saying about the Amazon Echo?" And this is called kinetic text. They have a whole bunch of, VideoMaker FX has a whole bunch of different kinetic text effect slides, and they're cool because they're a lot more interesting than just a normal slideshow. Like if you're going to be using PowerPoint to create your video slides, it's not as exciting as this. Okay, so now that we have our first slide, let's pick some more slides. Okay, so let's take a look real quick, see what we got. You can click on any of the slides and you'll see a little preview of what you're going to get. So you can see they have different little character animations, and if you're going to be making a lot of videos, I suggest checking out the VideoMaker FX template club for like $30 a month. Every single month you get a whole bunch of brand new slide templates, and they often in the template club have some really cool ones. So I think I'm just going to use this one, and I'll show you how I can edit it to look a lot better than what it looks like right now. So I'm just going to select all the slides, and you can see it adds them all in to my little timeline here. I can drag and drop to rearrange the order. I can delete or clone, as you'll see me do. So the first thing, and adding my background image. I'm going to use the product for my background image. I can adjust the transparency right here. Okay, so now we're just going to check out one of the quotes for the reviews. We'll start with some well-named ones like CNET. And we're just going to type it in the text area over here in one of our slides. And then we can adjust the size. You can adjust the font if you want here in this area as well. And next we're going to change the colors of the different shapes. And you can do that just by selecting which shape you want. And now we're going to add our background image. We can move it right and left and change the size. Actually, I don't really like the white outline of that, so I'm going to remove the white, and I'm going to do that in Photoshop. Open it up real quick in Photoshop, use my magic color select wand, and delete all the white, and then I'll save it as a PNG. Then I'll use that, then I won't have that little white border that was showing up in the video image. Save as a PNG. Can't save it as a JPEG because JPEG can't see the clear background. Have to make sure it's PNG. Okay, now that we've saved that, we're gonna open it up inside of here, inside of VideoMaker FX, and you can see now my little annoying little white border is gone, so I just have the product. We'll use the little arrows to move it into the position that we want, and then we'll go over to our shapes, change the color so that all of the slides are more uniform in color and also kind of matching the echo. And let's check out another review that we can use. Let's scroll down and check out some of the user reviews, see if we got any good ones. Now, if you are making your own video for your own product and it's not for an affiliate product or an Amazon product, then you can give your product to different people and ask them to give you a written review that you can use. You can also use video review since you're making a video. If you want to just use text and do it this way, you can do it as well. It's a bit easier and faster, and people usually will get you written reviews a whole lot faster than they'll get you a video review. So we just enter our next review into the text area, and if we hit the edges of this little circle, it's okay. We're gonna resize it after we add the text. So after we add the text and we know how much space we need for the circle, then we go to the circle and we can use the plus arrow to grow it bigger and use the minus arrow, and then we can use the left and right and up and down arrows to move it around. Change it to darker. Now let's add a background image. Let's go with this one. Even though we use this on our first cover image, we're going to resize this one. The cover image, it was very, very large. So this one, let's make it a different size, make it smaller probably. You can just play around with the images and the positioning. If it's not showing up right in one slide, then you can try it in another slide. Sometimes it'll look better in a different slide. Maybe I'm gonna try a different image for this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this image instead for this slide. Just playing with the size, playing with the positioning till I'm happy with it. You'll see you'll have to mess around and play with the transparency, with the size, with the positioning. But that's why I'm showing you right now from start to finish how it's done, so you can see that it's pretty easy to do all of it. Let's go back here and change professionals to people, because we're using some of the user reviews and not just the professional reviews. If I was only using all the professional reviews, which there's enough professional reviews for the Echo that I could if I wanted, but instead I'll use people reviews as well, mixed in with professional reviews. So it's kind of like a mixture, so I'll change the beginning Now we add our next review in the next slide, same way as we did the other ones. Just go add the text, change the shape size, position, and settings. Well, maybe I'll do this so it's like a echo image. Which fits the name the echo. So now we can preview it anytime we want by clicking on the little preview project button. And we don't have any music, we haven't added any music or sound to it yet, so it's just showing us what the video is going to look like. Okay, so let's get to our next slide. Okay, we copied that last slide and just changing the text. Okay, so we've got our text added. Now let's go to our last slide. Actually, it's not the last slide, sorry, it's the second to last slide. Add one more very short review here. First, we'll add our image inside. And we used that image before, but the focus on it was a bit different. In the last time it showed it kind of like as an echo, slightly distorted. But if this was really an actual video that I was going to be using as an affiliate video, I would take a bit more time to find some more images. Since I'm just doing this as a demo to show you how easy it is to make the video, I didn't find a whole bunch of images. I'm just using the same ones. But if you're making it, try to mix up the images more than this. So change my shape color, and you can see it's very easy to change the shape color. If you're not sure which shape is what, you can just click on it and change the shape. You can always change it back later if you don't like it. And let's write our last review. In the very last slide, we're going to have our call to action. So this will be our last review. And of course, if you're making a video, you'll add more reviews than this. But since you already see how easy it is to add the slides, add your image, change the text, I don't need to create a very long video. And anyway, this is a 30-second video, which is good because a lot of people won't watch these types of videos if they're longer than 30 seconds. Try not to make them longer than a minute. So between 30 seconds and a minute is about a good number to aim for. Long enough to give them the information and to try to hook them a little bit, but not so long that you're going to bore them. So now we're adding our call to action in our last slide. We just added the same image from before in the last slide. I'm not sure what the tagline is for the echo. I'm just kind of making up a tagline. If you type text and it's not showing up in the little preview, it means that it's not fitting within the area allotted inside the video. So you'll have to resize the text to get it to fit. Actually, I'm going to change it up, make life easier with the Amazon Echo. Click the link below. Change it to a smaller font. Give it a dark glow. So now let's go back to the first slide. Let's change this a bit. Can't really even tell that's an echo in the picture. There we go. So we have our first slide. What are people saying about the Amazon Echo? If we want to add audio, you can just click up on the audio and you can select a different track. But instead of using this built-in audio, I'm going to show you how you can get audio for free off of YouTube. YouTube has free audio tracks and sound effects that you can use. Before we grab our audio, I'll just preview it real quick, see what my video looks like. Okay, so it's not so bad, no audio yet, so it's no music. It's not boring, but it's not as good as it'll be afterwards. And usually I'll take quite a bit of time to select the music for the video, but since I don't want to spend forever finding the perfect song to match the video, I'm just going to render this one, and then I'm going to show you how I go through my song selection process on YouTube. Okay, so when you're in YouTube, if you go to Manage Videos and go to your Creator dashboard, click on Create, and then you have the option here for audio. And you have a lot of different options here. You can select a mood, genre, instrumental, angry. We don't want angry for this. We'll go with inspirational. And as I said before, usually I spend quite a bit of time trying to select the right track, trying to select something that I haven't heard in other videos. But for this one, I'll go pretty quickly, just listen to a couple. Anytime that you see when I click on it and it says you may use this, then you don't have to pay tribute to anyone. But some of these free videos, when you click on it, it'll say you must pay credit to this person, and then it will include the information. Download that video or that track, and then after I have the track, I just pull it into here and add it in there. And this is in Camtasia. You don't have to use Camtasia. You can use any video editing software you want, but I find Camtasia is very easy to use. Stick my audio on top. I'm going to bring the level of the audio down because a lot of times the audio is a bit too high. Resize it to the correct size. Fade out. And then render. And when we're rendering it, we're just going to make it in MP4. Give it a name. Try to use keywords in your video name, so when you upload it to YouTube, it already has your keyword in there in your title. And then you render it, and that's it. And I'll add the finished video at the end of this video, right after I finish talking. But that's how you make a video from start to finish. If you want to check out VideoMaker FX, be sure to check out the link in the description. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are able to make some pretty easy videos yourself. Alright, now for the final version of this video that I made in not much time at all.